Hey squad!
Hey squad,
It's me, Joelle, and I'm here with.
Tyler. Hello.
Yes, so welcome to our very first episode of the Sandy Toes Squad Pod. How do you feel, Tyler? Are you excited?
I feel like it was like much. It's definitely like much easier to like talk in person, but I mean like I guess we're kind of lazy, so
Yeah, but that's kind of the point of a podcast, and why we're starting a podcast is like, for me, I'm thinking some of the personal benefits. Like, you can practice being able to speak clearly and, being able to get your thoughts together quickly. And especially for me, you can probably tell, I have such a California, like, I say like so much. I say like it's not good. And if I'm in a professional setting, I need to be able to see, look at that. Like, what is that? Like, I need to be able to hold myself and talk in a professional way. And especially like when I think when I talk to you, Tyler, especially, I get the Valley girl, yeah, yeah, like the sassy voice.
for me like I feel like I never like got the Valley Girl accent until like a couple years after moving here, since like I'm from like New York
Really?
and stuff like that. I never really had that Valley Girl accent until like probably like when I entered like high school. I'm like, damn, like I feel like I have a Valley Girl accent now. Like this is kind of sad. Like I like always like said I was never gonna develop an accent because like I'm moving everywhere. I'm like a third
Mm-hmm.
what is that called, like third world, not third, I'm not third world child.
It's not third world. It's definitely not third world. You can say like multicultural. I don't know.
Cultural like mm-hmm.
Wait,
Wait,
have
have
you
you
seen
seen
all
all
those
those the
the
talk on
talk on
social
social
media
media
that's
that's
like,
like,
oh, it's
oh,
a
it's a
California
California
say
thing
thing to
to
say
say
no,
no,
yeah,
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 no.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Is
that
that
a
a
California
California
thing?
thing?
I thought, wait, I feel like
Interesting.
I'm like the only one to. I feel like some people when you talk to when I talk to them and they're from California and I say no, yeah on text, they're like, so yes or no, and I'm like, they don't get
Wait,
it. Like,
yeah. See, I was just about to do it again. I was like, no, yeah, no, no, yeah. Anyways, so our first topic that we wanted to discuss was, what kind of summer are we having right now?
mhm.
So Tyler, you were telling me about this
Oh
with
yeah.
different like animals. So can you explain it to me?
Okay, so yeah, I heard from this girl on TikTok at Gabby. I'll link it up there, but so basically there's like one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, six types of summers. So starting with sloth. So like I feel like sloth's girls summer is like kind of just like you're just like on your bed, just like I wouldn't say rotting, but I was just like, lounging around, like watching Netflix.
Yeah,
I would just say rotting.
yeah. No, I think there's nothing wrong with, I feel like, rotting in bed when it's summertime, because you have to work so hard all year. And especially when you're like a teenager, you're a student, and you still have that freedom of like like, this is really your time to relax, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but at the same time, like, I have so much going on. But at the same time, I really try to. I think, like, the sloth summer is really valid. Okay, what are the other ones? Tell me about the other ones.
So there's like rat, I feel like definitely doesn't apply to me because like feral rat, you're just like going everywhere. You're like partying. It's like messy, kind of. I feel like
Mm.
Mm.
I say like having like a rat, like you can say like, oh, I'm having a rat summer, a feral rat summer, just like going out, like staying up like all the time, just like partying. But that's like definitely not me, definitely not us. So yeah.
Wait, yeah, I think we're kind of boring. Wait, you mentioned Brat Summer. Wait, because I was seeing all the Brat Summer stuff, especially with like Kamala Harris going on right now. That's really big. And I didn't know what Brat Summer was. Wait, okay, you tell me what Brat Summer is, because I like looked at I don't know, I just Googled it, but I didn't really remember what it was.
No, because I genuinely feel like Brat Summer was like I feel like now it's so mainstream now. Like you just like before like the whole Kamala HQ like made Brat Summer like, mainstream. I feel like it was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's niche for sure, but I feel like if you get it, you get it. Like it's like you listen
Mm.
to like the Brat album, like you were anticipating it, and it's like
Yeah.
oh like this like a certain life, like I really don't care about like you, like I'm just gonna do it my own way. It's I feel like I
Mm.
wouldn't say like avant-garde, like it's kind of just like I just do it like I'm just gonna do it my way, like I really don't care about your opinion,
Like independence, girl boss.
girl boss. But I feel like not like girl boss in like the Barbie like feminism way, but it kind of
No, like a brat way, like the brat stalls.
like I don't care what your opinion is, like
Is it in reference to brat stalls? I don't think it is. Is it?
it could I didn't really know, but I feel like brat like oh you're such a brat, like really like kind of like you're
Mm.
just like there like like sassy
Yeah,
like
I never had brat stalls. I had Barbies. I feel like my parents wouldn't like brat stalls. Actually, I don't know anything about them, but I feel like just the fact that they're called brats, my parents wouldn't want me to do that.
wait
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah okay so rat summer not us for sure then it's like flying
No.
squirrel I feel like it's like basically like
Ooh.
rat girl but like flying all around the country flying all around the world
Honestly, that is such a it's like really a goal though to be like a traveling influencer. I think like I'm really admirable of people who are I admire influencers a lot. Not necessarily because they like work harder. I mean, a lot of influencers have to work hard, but not in like, oh, I admire their strength. Oh my gosh. I admire like how they're able to make this empire for themselves, and also like it is kind of like more of a relaxing type of occupation where you're able to, you're self-employed and you can just like have fun and have yeah, you get to have fun and be creative. And I think that's like so amazing that you can make a career for yourself doing that. And I feel like I want to be an influencer, Tyler.
wait no me too actually I would love to be an influencer like again like you said it's so admirable like they can just make a career off their personality like they just like
Yeah.
have like such a good personality or like it doesn't even like they don't even have to be like rich or anything like from the start I mean like you just like have like such a good personality like you're funny like you're like relatable and it's just like you talking and like you saying like what you
Yes.
do it's like and it sticks with people like oh my I wish that could be me too like honestly but
Yeah.
yeah
But it's so scary where like people like stalk you and like find your family and dox you and whatever. Like that's freaky. So I applaud influencers. If I mean I gotta be careful if they're like responsible influencers, you know? Okay, what are the other ones?
So then there's Snail. Yeah, Snail. So I feel like it's kind of like the witchy people, like, oh, like I have my crystals. Like, it's kind of similar to Sloth. I feel like they're kind of
Oh,
like more cottagecore, I guess. Like, oh, I have like my crystals with me. Like I'm gonna like do some like tarot sessions. I'll like have some tea prepared for
interesting.
you. Like they're really more chill. They're not really like rotting. But they're kind of just like having a peace of mind. Like they're
I see.
meditating, they're relaxing, like they're reading a book.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I feel like that's not necessarily a summer restricted lifestyle though. I feel like the people who like that, that's like all year round they're like that, you know? But at the same time, oh my gosh, that's a like I really aspire to be like what do we call it? Snail? A snail girl.
Slicing over summer.
Wait, not okay. Dropping some Joelle lore here. I like studied like rocks and minerals for like a year or so for like a science competition. And it wasn't so I would have to like read articles and like read papers and stuff about minerals and their like composition and like how to identify different minerals. So I was around like crystals a lot. And all like it was sometimes really hard to actually like find information about like the crystals and stuff that wasn't from all these like like voodoo crystal websites or that were like oh my gosh like because I was like oh like characteristics or properties of this mineral and then or crystal and it would be like properties of the crystal like it'll heal your soul. I was like oh that's not what I'm looking for. But I feel like I just think crystals are so pretty. Like I want to have a crystal collection, but And honestly, for me, with all of this pseudoscience in terms of like astrology and healing crystals or um, psychics, I think for me, like, I don't necessarily believe in like a lot of pseudoscience because it's pseudoscience, but at the same time I don't like mind, and I feel like I wouldn't mind just like buying into it if it makes me happy. Maybe that's bad, that's like so consumerist, but at the same time it's just like it's kind of like it's just like having a hobby of like getting really into something, of learning all the different properties of the crystals, like even if it's made up, like hey, like video games are made up, like watching all these like Marvel, or not Marvel, like what am I saying, oh, like reading comics or whatever, and like fiction, like it's all in the same vein of, yeah, it's just like having a fun hobby to get into, and I don't mind that.
Wait, yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree. I feel like another lore drop for me, but I remember like from the like Scholastic Book Fair, like there was this one book and it had like a
Yeah.
crystal collection, and I literally bought. I think it was like the most expensive one. I don't know how, but I literally bought it, and
Oh
it
my
came with like
god.
12 crystals. I don't know if I still have them today, or like if I like sold them or something, or if they're in like my backyard or something. I don't know. I like put my crystals in like my backyard. I don't know if they did. Anyways, but like I
Yeah.
literally like had like an obsession with crystal. I didn't even know like healing properties until like probably like high school, like when I discovered like pseudoscience area. I'm like, I wouldn't consider myself like
Hmm.
a pseudoscience expert, but like, you know, I might go for the bit about like being like a pseudoscience. Like I think I was like in Laguna with like one of my friends, and we went to like this one crystal place, and I swear like some crystal people like they overcharge like so much for good crystals, and like
Wait, yeah.
he was explaining all like these benefits in the crystals, and I think like it was like three little crystals for like I think like $25, and like they're like they're
Hmm.
they're like this size. I'm like, oh, like they're
Yeah.
not that big. Like,
I think that's when people tend to criticize a lot of the pseudoscience areas because they see it as like trying to manipulate people and take advantage of people financially, especially with like psychics. There's like a whole argument of people who, yeah, just accuse psychics of like, oh, it's not real and you're just scamming people out of money. I think that's definitely true for a lot of psychics, but at the same time I think like for a lot of people it can be helpful. And then, yeah, I don't know, I think I have like a rock collection from my science days, but I have like rocks and crystals and stuff, and I got them all for free from like schools and stuff.
yeah, I feel like you could say like the same thing about like that for like cults, because I feel like, you know, so many people like have been like trapped in cults and stuff like that. I just like I mean, like, not necessarily. I feel like I wouldn't get into a cult, but I feel like, you know, I have like enough knowledge to be like, okay, like, yeah, like, I get like you could be manipulated into like, you know, becoming like getting into a cult, but I mean, I don't know if I would technically buy into like cult behavior.
The thing with cults though, it's like religious usually. And it's also usually like people who are close to you like taking advantage of you. So I feel like that's a totally different situation. But anyways, what were we talking about? We were talking about the summer type.
So then we like the last one. I think we had like five. I miscounted. Oops. So the last one's like leopard summer. I feel like for you you're having like a leopard summer, but like in a way. So I feel like this person
Mm-hmm.
like they're like busy. They're like either like they're
Wow.
exercising, they're like getting their tasks done. They have like an internship or like a summer
Yes.
job. They like when someone says like what you're doing on text, they like leave you on red. But I feel like that's not you. You're like nice. Like you wouldn't never do that. Yeah.
No, I have been leaving people on
Oh.
red. Wait. Okay. Wait, I feel like even if I'm not having a leopard summer, I want to say that I am because I need to manifest that for
Hmm.
myself. Like, you know, if you say that if you're having a sloth summer, if you're saying that you're being lazy and bed rotting, you're gonna end
Hmm.
up bed rotting. Like, you gotta hold
Exactly.
yourself accountable and hold yourself to high standards.
Hmm.
But yeah, honestly, I think I have been the last week or so. I've been having sloth summer.
Hmm.
Just this last week, I've been a lot of bed rotting. But I think the reason why is because overall, I've been doing leopard summer. And that's
Mm.
really tiring. Like, I've been volunteering interning and working on college apps. Oh my gosh, we might need to have an episode about college apps
Yeah.
because wait, do people want to listen to that? I don't know, but
I don't know.
you know, we
Like,
might have to.
yeah, we just really let it out, like all that.
Yeah. But like I've had to be doing all of that stuff and it was a lot. So now I'm just taking the time to, have me time. And I was talking to my mom about it actually, because I was talking to her, I was like, oh my gosh, mom, I've been so lazy and it's not good. I've just been, haven't been getting as much work done as maybe I should. She's like, girl, it's summer, you know? Like, that's okay. And you just need to take the time to rest for yourself, and then that's going to make you more energetic. So I think that's my words of wisdom for anyone who's, feeling like they're too overwhelmed or feel guilty for just bed rotting. Just don't, honestly. Like don't feel guilty, not don't bed rot. I mean don't bed rot. Honestly, like just don't. Like just stop.
Yeah.
You know? Like you can do it. Just believe in yourself. But at the
like,
same time, like you gotta have the balance.
Yeah. Like no, I feel like I could say the same. Like I've been definitely having my leopard summer too. I've been with my 9 to 5 like internship. It's been a lot. I have to cancel a lot of plans with friends, but I feel like, I feel like once you get into like the real world, like yeah, I can't really like have that much freedom I do. But at the same time, like it's really like honestly like this summer it's not even that bad compared to like busyness. Like I know people are like actually like dying like in the trenches, like
Yeah.
so
I think especially because I'm a rising senior. So
all I was gonna say all my friends, but like also me. It's just like cramming for college applications right now. And although you're not like supposed to do this, it's like cramming a ton of activities before your senior year. So it's like, oh, if I want to make my application look good, like do stuff now. But you should always be trying and not trying to do stuff just for college. But I feel like that's a thing, and I feel like all my friends are really going at Leopard summer right now. But anyways, so would you say you're having Leopard summer, or what would you say?
I feel like I'm having like kind of like a 50-50 between like Sloth and like Leopard. 'Cause like, I am at home like a lot of like half the time, just like I wouldn't say rotting, but just like having a peace of mind. Like primarily like not on my bed during the summer. I would say like sleeping is the only time I'm on my bed. Like I would never like fully just like
That's really good.
Yeah. It's really good just like
wait,
get up,
yeah, that's
do the
not me.
sheets,
I'd
yeah.
always just sit in my bed.
Oh.
It's really bad actually. I think throughout kind of like all of high school, I had just a bad habit of like always wanting to do work in bed because it's so comfortable. But that's not good.
Yeah,
like it's like scientifically proven like you need to separate your work and your sleep areas because then it just makes your sleep worse, and it's just you don't have that separation, like the work life balance. And when you go to bed, you're just going to be thinking about work. So it's not good, but I think that's like honestly part of my personality and my work ethic, which is maybe something that I need to reflect and improve on. I need to find that separation. And yeah, I think like I wonder if that is contributing to my current like bed rotting state, where just since like I don't have a good work zone. I mean, I have my desk, but I never use it because I just do all my work in bed. So when I actually have to do my work, I just think about sleep. And it's not good. So you know what? That might be a change that I need to make right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I feel like you can like say the same thing for like going to like working from home versus like working at like office.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Literally, if you work from home, it's like there's like it's the ease of just like waking up and like clocking in and just like doing your work. But at the same time, it's like you just like don't like separate yourself, like you said, between like working and like, your work home and your home life and like your work life. It's all like the same, and I feel like it's kind of bad to be honest. Like if you like don't like think about work, if you like think about work all the time, it's like you have a home for a reason, like you have a bedroom for a reason. It's like yeah, I don't know.
I really agree. I think especially when I do work at home, I think I don't want to say like I need to be held accountable because like I can totally do that myself. Like I can hold myself accountable. Like when I'm at school, I'm always on top of it, like doing my schoolwork. If we have like assignment to do, I'm doing it. Well, if I'm at home on my home computer, I feel like my home computer makes me just want to like not do my work because I do things that aren't work on there. Like I'll like watch videos or movies or whatever compared to like if on my school laptop. That's actually something that I do to separate because I have a laptop that the school gave me. So like I only do work on that laptop and then that helps me focus a lot more, I think. Also because like a lot of stuff is blocked on there. So that also helps. Like I don't have like games and stuff on there. So okay, well, our next topic that we kind of had besides summer, we wanted to talk about some of our kid lore, who we were as children. And we had this like realization the other day that we are both Gen Z based on the definition of Gen Z. But for me, I've been around kids a lot just like as like camp counselors and like volunteering around kids and stuff like that. Specifically Gen Alpha. I'm around Gen Alpha a lot. And it's really a difference. I think the reason why there's a difference between their behavior and what I feel like I remember how I acted and how other people acted when I was their age, I feel like a big reason is probably because of like Zoom education, and they had to go through Zoom education during their vital years of like, I don't know, like early elementary school when they're having to develop those key social skills, learning to read and write, learning to like be in a classroom and like have classroom behavior. I feel like that's a big thing that they probably missed out on. And like, you know, like raising your hand to talk or whatever, or oh my god, doing this thing. They don't do this anymore. Like they don't tell each other to be quiet. They just talk a lot. But what everyone always talks about with Gen Alpha is the iPads. I see a lot of TikToks where it's all these parents who, you know, they give their kid the iPad when they just want their kid to shut up, which I can totally understand. I feel really bad for parents, just any parent in general. Parenting is so, I feel like it's so hard.
Yeah,
so I totally understand.
Parents, like, those working parents, those working moms, like, no, like.
Yeah, like I totally understand that, but I don't know. Do you have an opinion about iPad kids?
Well, like, honestly, it's kind of hard because, like, you know, as a former iPad kid myself, like, it's, like, kind of hard to, like, because, like, usually, like, at the same time, like, your mom is, like, a working mom, like, I feel like our moms are, like, working moms, so, like, you kind of, like, they weren't really, like, you know, physically hands-on like at all the time with us, so it's like they had to give us something to distract us with. But then it's like I feel like that stereotype didn't like, you know, come true until like we ourselves have seen like iPad kids, like when we graduate that stage and like see like the little iPad kids with like the neon pink or like neon blue like cases saliva filled and like licking the screen or something like that. Like that's, I feel like I wouldn't say that was us, but I feel like that kind of was us, like to an extent, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like what I was gonna say is like I can't blame them because like if you're a working parent, you can't just like send like, and if you like don't have like, you know, the resources to like, you know, give them to like a caretaker or like give them to like your like grandparents, like you just kind of have no choice but giving them an iPad to like, you know, make the shut up, like.
Yeah. I think like people really need to be more empathetic to all these parents and not, especially like Gen Z, like not being so quick to say like, oh my god, Gen Alpha is so stupid. Why are they so stupid and idiotic? Or oh my god, these gentle parents, they're like so stupid for treating their kids like this. Like how like who are you to talk like that? Like who do you think you are? Wait, yeah, like you probably weren't any better as a kid, honestly. And like I think this is something I realized the other day. It's like it's not enough to just complain all the time about whatever issues you see. Like that doesn't really help anyone. Like you have to actually have a solution to your problem. It's like if you think they're if you think kids shouldn't be as reliant on iPads, then have something, have a way to help these parents, honestly. But I think as a kid, you mentioned like I was also kind of like an iPad kid. In the sense that I had an iPad, I had oh my gosh, I had the first generation iPad that had like no camera.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah, I had the first gen iPad. I shared it with my sibling. But here's the difference, okay? Our iPad never left the house, okay? We wouldn't take it outside. We wouldn't take it to dinner. Oh my gosh, this is actually a big thing. My dad has this rule of no screens at the table. And I think it's, obviously as a kid, I was like, oh, wait, I want to, or I would go to other people's houses and then, their parents would let them like watch TV or watch, movies or whatever at the table, and I was like, oh my gosh, your parents are so chill or whatever, like my parents don't let me do this. But at the same time, it's like all like parents have these rules for a reason. I totally get that. I think it is good, like when you're eating a meal with your family, you should be talking to your family. Exactly. But at the same time, I also thought that it didn't make sense, because when you're eating, like you're just eating, like you don't really talk to each other, because you shouldn't talk when there's food in your mouth. So I was like, I'm just sitting here, why can't I be like watching Kids Bop?
Yeah.
But
wait, honestly though, I had like so much, I mean, I actually do have so much respect for my parents, like for like not, I mean, it wasn't really like a rule, it was just like it's kind of more like an unspoken rule, like, oh, we never really like had electronics during like the dinner table, like when eating. It was just like polite. It's kind of like I really have like so much like admiration for my parents, like for like instilling that habit for me. And like even then, like I still like don't use like my screen when I eat stuff. Like I just like don't just like never was like, it's not normal for me, or like not, it doesn't feel like natural. So like whenever like I see people like, especially when like I go out to eat or like with like friends and stuff, and like they pull out like their phone and like doing stuff like during downtime, I'm like, oh, like always like keep my phone in my pocket, especially when I'm like out with someone, because I feel like, I mean, like we got out like for a reason, like you might as well like like talk more instead of like.
No, yeah, I totally get what you mean. At our school, we had this, I don't even know what it was. It was some like mental health or some mental awareness type of week or self-care, something like that. But they had this activity where they wanted the students to write down some issues that they see with the student body. Okay, that sounds terrible, but writing down some issues and then coming up with solutions to the issues, and then discussing with our peers just like some ways that we see to improve our school. And I was really surprised about this, because I don't really take issue to it, but it's what you said. People were saying that one thing that really bothers them is when their friends are on their phone when they're trying to talk to them, or they're trying to talk with their friends and they're just always looking at their phone. And that was something that a lot of people took issue with. I think it is, like you said, a matter of respect. When you're talking to your friends, show them that you care about what they're saying and put the phone down. But, I honestly really don't care. Like, personally for me, if you're on your phone, like, as long as you're not, like, ignoring me, but if you can be on your phone and talk to me at the same time, I really don't care. Especially because when I am talking to my friends, it's gonna be during break or, like, homeroom or whatever, or lunch. And, like, maybe it is bad that we're so addicted to our phones that, like, during every moment of downtime, we need to be on our phones, but I totally get it. So I don't really care, but maybe it's just something to think about. Yeah.
No, but I feel like I do, like, especially like when I'm calling someone, like I'm definitely like scrolling through like my phone when I'm like calling someone, like, oh, I'm like going through Instagram, like, oh, I'm like everywhere, but like looking like directly at like the phone screen. So yeah.
Yeah. I think the more I think about it, I definitely am like addicted to my phone. And I think I really need to do something about it. I used to have screen time, and then like my parents like monitored my screen time. Like they had like the password set, and it was like I think it was an hour for games and entertainment, but I just got around that by watching YouTube in the Chrome app.
Oh yeah, I know that one. I know that hack. Yeah.
Wait, but I'm gonna be honest, like, YouTube in Chrome is kind of better than the YouTube app because ads don't play. Like,
wait, I never.
It's like
That's a hack.
Wait, I don't even.
That's a.
Maybe it's because my Chrome is connected to my Gmail, and then it's like linked to my account that has like an ad blocker. But I don't think that's true. I think like the ads just don't work on Chrome. So, life hack: if you hate watching ads on YouTube on your phone, like just watch YouTube in Chrome.
Wait, I never even realized that, Joelle. That's actually so revolutionary. And like
I'm just full of life hacks.
No, and like I literally know people who like had the same issues as you, who like they had screen protection, like screen limits, stuff like that. I never had that as a child. Like I don't know why. I just didn't. I think my parents yelled at me to stop going on my iPad or phone. But I like much later in life, probably like middle school, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop looking at my screen for like majority of the day. I'm gonna like go outside and like play with the grass. So set like timers of like 1 hour this, 1 hour that, like don't spend too much time on that. But I feel like I just got so annoyed of it. I'm like, okay, like I'm spending too much time on it, like anyways, so I'm just gonna like stop. But in my phone, I have like the screen time like hour, and like it gets increasingly larger every day or every week, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But then some weeks, like, I feel like my lowest was like 4 hours a day, which is like pretty bad.
That's not bad compared to a lot of other people. Wait, but that's how we like desensitized we are, like especially like teenagers now. Like I have so many friends who have like 10, 12 hours of screen time every day, which is I mean, I won't judge you for that. You know, everyone has their situations, but from an outside view of like, if you're like a boomer or Gen X, you must like look at someone who has 12 hours of screen time and just think like, oh my god, that is ridiculous. And I think I realized that where. Oh my gosh, let me tell you this story. I went to the doctor for just like a checkup, and she asked me like how much screen time I have each day, like non-academic. And I think I said like 3 hours, which at the time was true. And I was like, 3 hours, that's like really good. Like that's really low compared to most people. Wait, yeah, because it would be like, okay, I watch an hour in the morning when I drive to school. I'm just like watching YouTube videos, whatever, and then I have like maybe an hour during lunch. I'll be like on my phone looking at social media or something, and then maybe I go home to my homework, and then I do another hour in the evening, just like relaxing on check my messages, emails. Okay, I guess emails doesn't count because that would be academic or whatever, but recreational. I was like, that's really not bad. And then I said 3 hours, and then her jaw like dropped. And she was like a young woman, I think maybe like middle-aged young. And she was like, what, 3 hours? And then bro, in my head, I was like, maybe she shocked it so low. But no, she was like, what are you doing with all that time? And I was like, I'm just like watching YouTube videos, I don't know. And she's like, that's like 3 hours that you could be, I don't know, doing something else. And then she's like, how much sleep do you get? And I was like, oh, I got like 8 hours. She's like, you need to be getting 10 hours of sleep. Like, you need to be taking that screen time and putting it towards your sleep. And I was like, oh. But I was like, oh my gosh, that was kind of an eye-opening moment. Like, at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, this late, like, what is she saying? Like, I sleep so much longer than all my friends. Like, most of my friends get like 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep, which is not good. Like, get 8 to 10 hours of sleep. But I was like, yeah, I'm sleeping 8 hours every day, which is like recommended. And I'm like, my screen time's pretty low. And she was like so shocked. And I was like, oh yeah, she doesn't know like what teenagers are like these days, but
I know.
Maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. Oh my gosh, like 3 hours is a lot of time wasted, honestly.
No, but I feel like it isn't all. I mean, it isn't a lot for like, like normal, like for like people around your age, like in this time, you're basically on your like screen like the entire time. So it's like
But that's not a good thing that everyone is so normalized, like spending so much time just looking at their phone, which is not productive. Because I was thinking about my dad. He doesn't have like Instagram, TikTok, whatever. He's not on social media, but he in his free time he does watch like YouTube videos, but they're all kind of like educational. Or not educational, but if he is watching them, like, whatever his hobbies, like, maybe he's watching some, like, car video, or he's watching, like, this, like, van life, or, like, revamp their van or something, at least those videos, like, you're learning something. Like, they're kind of, like, engineering, like, they're building stuff. He's learning about all these, like, mechanics and electronics and stuff. Like, he's actually learning. Versus me, when I watch, like, TikToks, it's like it's brain rot, like it's actual brain rot. I'll just be watching like this like Reddit story that's just some made up story that's like my boyfriend cheated on me, or oh my gosh, when I watch YouTube videos, a lot of times I'll be watching reality TV shows. That's also just brain rot. Like I'm not learning a single thing from that. I'm just learning how to be rude and sassy to people, and like honestly it made me think like maybe I need to be like this is why adults are so much smarter and better functioning than Gen Z and Gen Alpha, because they're not wasting their time with brain rot.
No, okay, like I have two things. Like first, like I feel like your first one, I feel like reality shows like are like a great way of like learning, like a hot take, because like literally it's like you're learning like I wouldn't say like social skills, but like like social like behaviors of like humans, and like how they react to certain situations. I feel like most of the reality shows are like like Love Island or like dating shows, but, like or like the Kardashians, like really rich people like out of touch. But I feel like it's kind of like I wouldn't say it's like funny, but it's like you learn like like the primal behaviors of like people. Like okay, like I'm not like glorifying it or anything, but I'm just saying like I've like saw like this actually kind of like wow, like I'm learning like so much about like the human behavior, something like that. I don't even know. Okay, yeah.
Wait, I get where you're going with this. Like understanding human nature and having that like EQ of understanding how people's brains work.
Yeah.
Especially I attended this like networking summer camp for high schoolers. It was like, oh, learn how to expand your network and find career opportunities. And I got to like talk to a lot of people in the industry, and a lot of them were really cool, like had really cool jobs. Like they were aerospace engineers, and a lot of them were in STEM fields, like they were engineers. And they were all saying like, oh, a skill that's pretty undervalued, or not undervalued, in high demand actually. A skill that's in high demand for people in STEM areas is being able to communicate with others and being able to clearly communicate needs and being able to talk to people, because especially in STEM, like the stereotypes, I guess, of a lot of them are just you can't just be a genius like in your head being able to do all these math problems or whatever if you're really antisocial or don't have those kinds of social skills, because all you can think about is like numbers or whatever. Like you also need to be able to communicate with other people and work together collaboratively, especially in engineering fields. Like you have to be collaborative to be able to work on these projects and stuff. So having those social skills and being able to understand how people work, that's also just really useful for I don't know, like business, marketing, like being able to understand how you can convince other people and
No, like for sure. I feel like even like in my job right now, it's like I feel like I can tell like the difference between someone who like really like knows how to like talk with people and like convince people and stuff like that, versus like people who are like kind of awkward, and like especially like new people when they come, they're like kind of like shy. I mean, like I wouldn't say like it's bad to be like shy at first. I feel like you learn how to be like comfortable with people really quickly, and like try to like adapt and like say, oh yeah, I can say what I want, like how I want, and like the best way possible. I feel like that's something I really like look forward to like do in the near future. I mean, I wouldn't say like I'm at that level yet where I can just like I'm like a master communicator, but I feel like it's something I do hope to reach in like the near future. But I really do value like, the like soft skills and learning how to like talk with people. Like I feel like because I wouldn't say it's hard for me like to talk to people to get close to them. I feel like if I get close with them enough, I feel like I can just like say what I want, like how I want, and like the best way possible. But with new people, I'm just like a little shy, like a little like more timid. But I feel like I can definitely open up to more people.
Wait, yeah. Like, it's so important these days to be able to talk to other people clearly and while also making them not hate you and, like, being able to show respect to others and know how to hold yourself in a socially acceptable way. And I think, like you said, like, reality TV is going to show you what people are like. Anyways, I've been talking. I realized I didn't even explain my background today.
Oh.
Today I'm in Papa's Freezeria. This is kind of connected to our talk about our childhood and, being iPad kids. I was a Papa's Games kid a little bit. Not really, actually. I only played Papa's Freezeria. I was obsessed with Papa's Freezeria as a kid. I think I also did, I actually only did Freezeria.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, like a year ago, I had a resurgence for Freezeria. Unfortunately, the original games they're gone because Adobe Flash is dead. But I downloaded an emulator so I could play Papa's Freezeria, and I had this great plan. I kind of got into I was learning more about speedrunning because obviously there was the whole like Dream Minecraft Dream. He got really popular, and that was when I first learned what speedrunning was, when I watched a Dream video of him like speedrunning Minecraft, and I was like, wow, I don't know what speedrunning is. And then I learned it's trying to beat a game as fast as possible. And so then I learned about other like speedruns like Minesweeper and Tetris and other stuff, and Papa's Games speedruns. So I was like, okay, I've always kind of like fantasized about having like a speedrun record in just something, just like having a title. I feel like that's a really fun, just like icebreaker thing to say. Just like, I'm actually like a world record holder in Papa's Freezeria speedruns or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was doing research, and there's like a speedrun to rank 50 or something, and it's like, like beating the game. And there's only like 3 runs because the speedrun takes like 15 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously no one's gonna do it. But I was like, okay, if I just do it, like if I just trek it out for 14 hours or however long it is, I will automatically be 4th in the world. Like, even if I get last. And if I just don't get last, like if I just use some of the strategies and get like, down to like 13 hours,
yeah,
I can be 3rd in the world in Papa's Freezeria speedrunning. And I was like, this is perfect. So that was kind of like my goal for one of my summers, like 1 or 2 summers ago. And then I never finished. But like I really wanted to. But anyways, I recently just like started playing. Sorry, I'm like going on so long about Papa's Freezeria. But I recently just like started playing again, and it's a great game. So you can go now. What were you gonna say?
So you're basically like cosplaying Blue Collar, trying to get like the fastest ice cream done.
Wait, no,
because
you're so right.
You were trying to cosplay Blue Collar.
Wait, like I'm just born for the, the fast food industry. Yeah, I was born for customer service, honestly. Mm-hmm. And wait, but honestly though, the more I think about it, like that's kind of like where my strengths lie. Wait, like doing these repetitive tasks and just getting really good at one thing and like training really hard and just like perfecting it. Like that's what a speedrun is. Like having that attention to detail and, the determination to achieve a goal. I feel like that is kind of where my strengths are, But obviously I'm not that strong because I never finished the record. But
Wait, what was like your like biggest, like your longest, like your, I don't know, it's like not long, shortest. I meant like shortest time.
Oh, I never finished it once. I mean, like, I got to rank 50, but I wasn't recording it or anything. That was just, like, a practice. And then, I recorded, like, a little bit, and then I never finished. Because that one you're allowed to have, like, a segmented run where you can, like, stitch multiple, recordings together. Or, like, it has to be one run, but you can, like, split it up because it's so long, so, like, you can take breaks and stuff.
Yeah.
But, so, like, I had, like, a little bit of the beginning, and then I never finished. But, yeah. Did you play Papa's games as a kid?
No, I just, like, I like, never really got into it, not because, like, it was, like, hard or anything, it's just because, like, I just, like, never did it. I don't know, like, maybe it was, like, I don't really think I was, like, into, like, those types of, like, Papa's games. I mean, I would say I would play, like, time to time, but I was never, like, those hardcore fans, like, you know, I've noticed, like, all of, like, my friends played it. Like, those, like, I feel like everyone who's, like, extroverted or, like, loves to, like, talk to people, like, all those, like, ENF, like J's or P's, they, like, love that. They're, like, that's, like, their ultimate dream, like, to be, like, a Papa's, like, what's it called, employee for, like, their whole, like, lives. But, like, they just have, like, fixations all time to time, and it's, like, I mean, like, I would like to play it, but it's like not my kind of aesthetic. I was kind of like more of like a gaming person.
Yeah, I'm an ENFJ, so wait, so what games did you play?
I was like such an Angry Birds person. Like I literally like loved Angry Birds so much. Like you don't understand. Like you don't understand how much I love Angry Birds.
I don't think I understand.
It's like literally I would like cry. I remember I had this thing called like Angry Birds like in space. I don't know if it was like Angry Birds Space or like I don't know. I think that was what it was called. Angry Birds Star Wars.
Yeah, I remember Angry Birds Space. Yeah. I don't remember what it's called, but I like that.
Bought my I had this like whole like not presentation, but I literally did like my whole like proposal like why I should buy it. Like I think it was literally only $4. on the Apple Store.
Oh my goodness.
And then like I literally like my parents like finally like just caved in like okay we'll buy it for you like I guess because like the thing is like my parents like didn't really believe in like buying games when they're like literally free games in the App Store.
No, my parents neither. Yeah,
it just like wasn't a thing, and like until this day I feel like I would never like willingly like buy an app from the App Store like unless like you know like educational like you know Procreate or like there's like note apps. I guess like I would be willing to spend some money on that, but besides that like I never really spent money on a game. And then, like, I would literally just, like, I love that game so much. I would, like, collect so many things. I remember, like, one time I was visiting my cousins, and, like, I didn't really think they understood, like, because, like, when I had, like, these gems, and, like, when I, like, had these gems, like, I literally would, like, save up, and just, like, I wouldn't spend them at all. I would just, like, keep them, just, like, you know, for satisfaction. Like, oh, I had this many gems without spending a single dime. Like, I am so cost efficient, like, so, like, whatever. And then, like, all of a sudden, my cousin comes into my iPad. I don't know how he got into my password. My password was really like complicated. It was like one of those typed passwords on my iPad. And he got into it. He started playing Angry Birds, and all of a sudden like half my gems were gone. I think I had like 400. It was up to 200. I'm like,
no.
Like, what did you do? I like got so mad at him. And like the thing is like I couldn't even speak like because like he's from Vietnam. Like I don't speak Vietnamese like to an extent. Like I can't speak it like fluently. And like I just want to like curse him so bad, but I did not know how to say it. So I'm just like, I just took my iPad and like ran away. And then like, he got so mad. And like, I literally like almost like threw the iPad at him. I'm being so for real. Like, I was like furious at him. But, and like, and like the thing is, he's like literally like half my age. Like, I think I was 10 when this happened. He's like 5.
Oh my god.
He's 5. And I was about to like go ham on him. But then like, he showed me his like Angry Birds underwear. And I was like, oh.
Oh wow. Wait, that made me think of I was really into Candy Crush.
Yeah, you're one of those moms.
Wow, okay. Wait, but yeah. No one ever really, like, got into my... Okay, I guess I did share that iPad with my sibling, but I feel like we didn't have... I mean, I guess we had, like, Farm Story.
Yeah.
But...
Another blue-collar game.
I mean... Wow. Okay, we did have like a shared farm, so I guess there was probably some disagreements there, but it was so long ago I don't even remember. But anyways, for Candy Crush, I had a friend who I was playing Candy Crush on her phone, and then I just remember she was really protective of her gold, which is very fair.
Yeah.
The gold is it's valuable. It's gold. But yeah, I on my Candy Crush account, I have Candy Crush deleted because it wasn't doing good things for me. But I was on level like 4,700 or something.
Oh.
And yeah, it wasn't really a good thing. So it's I still have my account, so if I ever want to go back to it, I can log in. Well, I say this like I quit since I was like 10 or something. Like I was playing Candy Crush like this year, but it was like, you know, AP season came and I was like, okay, like maybe I'll delete it now. But like, you know, it wasn't like a long time ago thing. Like I still play Candy Crush. Not right now though. It's not right now, but what other games did I play? But yeah, we had Farm Story. My parents, their rule was we could only have educational games with the exception of Farm Story. And then later on they added Restaurant Story. But yeah.
Were you a Minecraft kid at all? Like
oh yeah, I was.
So was that relevant educational or like
No, that was later. So we had the iPad from really, really young. Like I would say when I was like 4 to 7 or so was when we had the first gen iPad. And then after that, I think like my older sibling got like their own iPad mini. And then I just had the iPad. And then, you know, over time, it's a first gen iPad. It didn't work anymore. So then I got like a different iPad, you know, whatever. So I always had like just like one iPad. But, yeah. So I was always on my computer a lot though. Because I was on PBS Kids a lot. But the rule was just for the iPad games. Computer games was different. I didn't start like playing computer games until probably like when I was like 7 or 8 maybe. Oh, that's actually not true. Because when I remember when I was 4 years old, I did play Club Penguin and Am Jam. So, I was telling you this story, but like Club Penguin was the first account or username I ever made in my whole life. When I was 4 years old, I was Annabelle JC in Club Penguin, and I loved Club Penguin. Oh my gosh, I remember. Oh my god, there was this recycling plant, and it was so fun. You would throw trash into this pipe, and then it would move this conveyor belt, and then it would turn the trash into recycled goods into these other stuff. Like it would recycle the trash. And it was so fun, and I loved it. I would sit in that recycling plant for hours and just throw trash at the little pipe. You know, I was like, you know, another blue collar job. I was like managing the recycling plant, and then they had the update where they replaced, it was like a collaboration with Monsters University. They replaced the recycling plant with a high school or like a university or something. Oh. And I was livid. I was so mad. Or I wasn't even mad. I wasn't mad, actually. I was really sad. I think I like cried. And I emailed Club Penguin. I wrote a letter to them. I was 9 years old. I vividly remember this letter. I wrote a letter. It was like an essay format, and I was like 8 years old or something. Actually, I might have been. I think I was like 8 years old. It was in like first grade or second grade, and I wrote them a whole. Also, like my writing was so good. Like I wrote like a whole 3 paragraphs about why they need to bring the recycling plant back, because it encourages like environmental preservation and teaches us the importance of recycling trash, which is such. It's such an important issue to protect our earth. Like we need to bring the recycling plant back. And it was like a whole persuasive essay, and I was like, I'm 7 years old and I'm so passionate about this recycling plant. And I got a response back from this nice lady. Her name was Jennifer. I remember this. Her name was Jennifer. And she wrote a letter back. And it was like, she didn't help me at all. She didn't help me. I don't even think she gave me any, like, reward or anything for being so awesome. But she probably said something like that. She was like, wow, this is such a great letter. Sorry, but the plant's gone.
Oh. That was really rude.
Yeah.
To be honest. Like, you were literally
No, she was nice. She was nice.
You're literally 8 years old, and she kind of, like, crushed your dreams, like, in the most polite way possible.
No, but, like, what's she gonna do? That recycling plant was not coming back, honestly.
Oh. Wait, I, like, vividly remember, like, I was never a Club Penguin person. Like, I really remember, like, the last day of Club Penguin, like, when the server was being shut down, like, everyone was on there, and it was, like, such, like, a sad day for, like, TikTok.
Oh my god, it was so sad. Wait, you know, that was 2 days before my birthday, and it made me really upset. It was, like, basically on my birthday.
Wait, was it, like,
and
2020?
I remember...
I don't remember when. What year was that?
I think it was 2019. I think it was 2019? I don't remember. I think it was 2019. But it was... Wait, yeah, it was, like, almost on my birthday, and I was like, wow, this is what Club Penguin does for my birthday. Wow, crazy. Wait, yeah, it was really sad though. But I played Animal Jam too. Did you ever play Animal Jam?
No, but I literally was just gonna talk about like Animal Jam. Like it sounds like Club Penguin, like adjacent kind of like.
It is. It's very similar because there's like community servers. So the way these games work is it's like a community, and there's different servers, and there's like a map, and you can go to different locations and like. Sorry, I just burped. You can go to different locations and, like, chat and make friends and play the games and, yeah, you just, like, play games and stuff. Mm-hmm. But Animal Jam is different because Club Penguin is just penguins, and it's not really educational. Well, I feel like Animal Jam is really educational, and it's, like, all different animals. And then the different map. So in Club Penguin, the different map areas, it's like the penguins are humans. Like they have like a nightclub, they have a clothing gift shop, they have a dock, a lighthouse, a ski village, and you know it's like they're humans. There's like a cafe too. You can like drink coffee. While Animal Jam, they are very much animals, and the different areas in the map are like different biomes. And there's like I haven't done it in so long, but there's like a Himalayan mountains type of thing, there's like a savanna, and there's just different biomes, and then you learn about the different ecosystems and different animals and plants that would live in those biomes. I don't really think I learned all that, but like I bring it up because I went back to Animal Jam like a year ago. I was just like, oh my god, nostalgia. Wait. I'm gonna go back, and yeah, it is. Wait. But I went back and I was like, wow, I never realized how educational this game was. Like, there's so many, like, factoids everywhere. Like, you click on, like, there's so many, like, info bubbles that you can click on, and it'll be like, this ladybug, scientific name, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. But, you know, it'll give you all these little fun facts and information about all the different animals. And I was like, wow, this is actually so good. But,
wait. Yeah. I was always, like, Jamie, do people like chat with each other, like talk with each other, like on Animal Jam, or like messaging each other like that? Or?
Yes. Okay, wait. So this is actually this is something that my mom was like mad about. When I was really young, like when I was like 6 or younger. She would always make me join. They had special servers that were like no chat servers to like, you know, protect kids and stuff. But obviously the chat is like heavily filtered. Like it's pretty much impossible to like say like you can't like say swear words or stuff like that. But they make it really hard for you to say like your address or personal information and stuff just because of the way their blocking thing works. But yeah, like oh my gosh. As a young kid, I would always be in, like, the no chat servers. But then after a while, she, like, wouldn't care. But, yeah, like, I would just... Yeah, like, you would make friends with people and be like, hey, do you want to play this game with me? And then this is a really big thing. It's, like, have you seen all those, like, Club Penguin roleplays?
Yes.
And Animal Jam roleplays?
Yes, I have.
That was actually, like, a really big thing.
Oh. Is that why, like, furries are a thing?
Oh my god. Wait, I just got a flashback. Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
let's
Wait,
hear it.
okay. This is a different. This is gonna be a little bit of a switch in topic, but this is so important. I need to say it. When I was a Minecraft kid, I would play on Hypixel, like the server Hypixel.
Yeah.
And I loved doing roleplay.
Okay, like, I want to know, like, what kind of roleplay we were, like, into, like...
I loved high school roleplays and, like, family roleplays.
Oh, like, okay. I feel like that's not, like, terrible, to be honest. That's, like...
No, it wasn't, like, weird.
Okay.
It wasn't weird. Okay. I mean, it was weird. I was doing roleplays, but it wasn't, like... They weren't inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But... So in the server, there's like housing, like you can make your own like house, or you have your own like little house server, whatever. So then people who had like really good benefits or whatever on their accounts, they could have like huge maps for their own house, and they would like make like huge schools and make like a whole city or whatever. And then you would go to these roleplay servers, and then you would be like, hey, like, can I join your roleplay server? And then you would like write on this wall, like you would put a sign up, and then you would write like your username, and then write like what character you want to be. So I would put like Annabelle JC, and then my roleplay name would be like Bella. I don't know. I would be Bella, and then I would put student, and then or teacher or whatever, and then. You would have like specific like commands that you would type if you wanted to chat just like non roleplay chatting versus like in character chatting. So then like oh my god, I'm remembering this. But like I made so many friends like that because I would be friends with all the people in the roleplay servers. Which is honestly not good. This sounds like a really easy way for kids to get taken advantage of. But, like, honestly, all the people I was with, they were all just, like, little kids. But you never know. Like, maybe they were grown men who were really creepy. Like, but...
I feel like what was adjacent to, like, your Minecraft era was me, like, definitely, like, I really, like, didn't, like, have, like... I mean, yeah, I did have a computer, but I never really, like, downloaded the game. Because, like I didn't know how to, so like, I just didn't want to. Kind of had like a Wii era with like my brother and I. We kind of just like played on the Wii all the time, but we did like to do is like it's like more funny. Like we literally role played as like superheroes, but like in the sense that like we literally had like made up friends that like we were like okay, like this is like mostly like me, not my brother. I feel like my brother just went along for the bit, but like definitely me. I had like made up friends or like. People who, like, wouldn't talk to me at school, like, I would definitely, like, have, like, invisible characters that... People, like, so invisible sad. Characters, like, they would, like, pretend to, like, not, like, be friends with me, and, like, oh, they're, like, superheroes, like, with me, and, like, kind of just, like, oh, we'll, like, save the day and stuff like that, like, go around. I had, like, these whole, like, imaginary scenarios, like, me running around, like, the living room, or, like, just, like, or, like, me running around, like, my bedroom, just, like, talking to myself, like, pretending to talk with them. And, like, I feel like my parents definitely weren't concerned for some reason. Like, I was, like, talking to, like, I was, like, running around the living room, just, like, talking to myself, like, saying random stuff, like, scenarios, stuff like that. It was, like, and, like, suddenly, like, looking at perspective from, like, now is, like, kind of weird. Like, oh, did I, like, not have any friends? Like, yeah, I had, like, a few friends. Like, it's, like, not, but I was literally having, like, 8 different people, like, in my room who were, like, not there. Oh, my God. It was, like, kind of weird. Like, kind of
Wait, but, okay, that's just being a kid, and that also shows, like, if you're imagining, like, 8 different people, like, you must have, like, a really vivid imagination. I think that's good.
Exactly.
Wait, yeah. Like, this is what kids need to be doing now. Like, get off their iPad, get your invisible friends. Like, wait, no, but I don't think I would do that. I did have, okay, me and my older sibling, we both shared an invisible friend, imaginary friend. His name was Mr. Invisible.
Oh.
And he wasn't really, like, a character. We wouldn't play with him. He was more just, like, comedic relief. And, like, we would just, like, mess with each other. And then, you know, we'd be like, oh, can I sit here? And then I'd be like, oh, no, Mr. Invisible's sitting there. Sorry. And then we would just, like... We would just say stuff like that. Let me see. I mean, I would play with my Barbies a lot. I feel like that's the same thing. Like, you know, oh, I had Lego friends. Oh my god. My Lego friends, they had so much drama with each other. They were not friends. Wait, like they would like fight over guys. Like, wait, I think for the most part they were friends. I just have like one specific memory when I was like really getting with the drama with these girls. But wait, yeah, I loved Lego Friends. I remember I always wanted this one horse stable set. And then I remember I would always ask for like the Lego Friends horse stable for Christmas. And then I remember there was one year, because I was talking about it so much, my parents got me, well, it wasn't my parents, it was Santa. It was Santa. Santa got me a Lego Friends horse set. And then I opened it up, and I remember I was so, like, mad. Or not mad, because I wasn't that spoiled. But I was, like, I was so, like, inside, I was upset. Because it was the wrong horse set. They got me, like, a different horse set from the one I wanted because there were multiple Lego Friends horses. There's, like, 3 different ones. There's, like, a ranch, and then there's, like, there's like, a barn, and then there's, like, a ranch, and then there's a horse equestrian school. Oh. And over time, I think I got all 3 of them just because they never got me the right one until they did. But I have, like, 3 different Lego Friends horse sets.
Yeah, you need to show me one of these days. Like, I need to like see like.
Wait, yeah. Wait, I was kind of like a horse kid. I rode horses like a couple times, but I didn't like do it like as a actual activity. Like, I wasn't a horse equestrian. I wasn't an equestrian, but I watched a lot of My Little Pony, and I watched this show called Horseland. Oh my god. Horseland is so good. I feel like we might be going over time, and we might need to. Oh shoot! Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we definitely are over time.
Wait, my camera just fell. Okay.
This might be the last story.
Wait, okay. We can talk about TV shows next time, I think.
Yeah.
Time. Okay, how do we want to close this out? What concluding thoughts can we take away from today?
Maybe let's end off with like a final like what's like something that like what's like a final question like that we can give, like that we can answer, like like a takeaway kind of.
Okay. I feel like we had a lot of profound discussion today.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we learned that if we're having sloth summer, it's okay.
It's okay.
Because you need to take that time for self-care and rejuvenation.
Right.
Especially if you know you're working hard. Don't just, we can't just become complacent and let ourselves slack off and live unhealthily. We don't want to be unhealthy. Okay? Like, you need to be staying active, staying on top of hygiene. But if you're doing all that and you know that you can get back to work, then do it. It's okay. Okay, what thought do you have? What takeaway do you have from today?
I feel like, like when like looking at like children these days, I feel like we do like have to be like learn how to be like respectful. Like, okay, like I guess like they're on like their iPad for a reason. Yeah, they probably don't have like. I mean, I wouldn't say like their parents don't love them, but I'm just saying like we have to like we have to like give them like some grace. Like like parents are probably busy like working. I mean like it's a hard life. Like, you never know, and like just be mindful, but at the same time like like have some manners. Like, if you have like your own will, if it's not like just like learn to like put the screen down, like talk with like some people, like make some genuine connections, and like have like some like you don't even have to like just go outside. Like, you should probably go outside, but like still like you don't have to like just like don't like spend your time like free time just like like staring at the phone. I mean like it's kind of like basic whatever, but I'm just saying like you don't have to just like be on your phone the whole time. Just like enjoy life, like be present, like be mindful, like just have a good time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's all that we have for today. I would say this first episode, it was a bit rambly.
Yeah.
I think in the future, we're gonna get better at being more concise.
Exactly.
And that's the whole point. It's a learning experience. We're gonna have that growth mindset of, you know, we're just trying to find our way. And yeah. So squad out.
Squad out. Yeah.
Squad out. Okay.